What up, Space Fam? Goes in here from AnimeUproar, back at it again to discuss the latest and craziest developments in the Boruto story. This chapter is a game changer as we learn so much about the new Boruto villains and about Boruto's tragic decline, so make sure to stay tuned for that. If you do enjoy these Naruto and Boruto videos and want to keep them coming, please smash that like button and comment. It's an absolutely free way to support this channel. If you're new, or maybe if you watched some of our videos but haven't subscribed yet, make this the video you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. Before we get into it, a quick thank you to World of Tanks for sponsoring this video. World of Tanks is a free-to-play MMO with over 100 million players worldwide. This epic PC tank battle simulator has over 550 tanks to choose from and more than 40 different maps that you can transform into a massive battlefield. And now World of Tanks is having a collaboration with none other than Girls und Panzer. As soon as I heard of this collab, I thought it was both hilarious and absolutely perfect. And I can't wait to experience the multiple Girls und Panzer themed battle missions that are coming to the game. These missions will offer a ton of awesome rewards, and the game is adding a new tier 5 premium tank, the PZ for Ausf H Onko from Girls und Panzer. The collaboration will also feature the original voice actors from the anime for the different scenarios of crew management. Download World of Tanks right now by clicking the first link down in the description. During the registration, use the code Girls und Panzer 2021 to get for free 3x Decal with Miho Nishizumi, 6x Anglerfish Emblem, 6x Panzer Vor Inscription, 500 gold, 3 days premium, 100,000 credits, and the Polish tank TKS Z N.K.M. Don't miss this awesome Girls und Panzer collaboration, which will happen from April 27th to May 6th, but the invite code rewards will still be available after those dates. Download World of Tanks now, link in the description. And now, without further ado, let's jump into it, spoilers and all. The cover page for this one is none other than Ada, the girl Code referred to as the one who knows everything in this world in the last chapter. Last chapter we learned about Code, that his abilities exceeded even Jigen's, and so in Code's case, he had limiters put in to check his formidable strength, so he wouldn't undermine Jigen's position as a leader. It's always pretty hype when someone's power needs to be limited rather than increased. In fact, Amado said last chapter that there were several cyborgs that greatly surpassed Jigen's power, but they were disposed of. And Ada is clearly one of those OP cyborgs that isn't even supposed to be alive anymore. Back to this chapter, and Code wants to wake up Ada, but before that, Bug tells Code that his thinking is too naive. Clearly, even compared to Code, Ada's powers are something special. Bug says that you can't make her obey with brute force, and that out of all of them, meaning those OP cyborgs, Ada is a completely different class. They are definitely building her new powers up here, and it's totally possible that when they finally meet up with Boruto and Kawaki, one will fight Code and the other will fight Ada. This is more interesting than just Code, although I'm sure he'll be a beast too when he gets his limiters off. Code goes on to break Ada out even before Bug is done explaining about her. Code is not worried, saying he'll kill her if she disobeys. But there's a big catch, which we'll figure out later. For now, Naruto tells the other Kage about Code and his plans to avenge Ishiki and to cultivate a divine tree from Ten Tails. I really like seeing all the Kage like this, and you can see that they're worried about fighting the Ten Tails again. I hope these guys will play a larger role in this and upcoming arcs, but for now, it's just an extremely epic ninja Skype call. People question Amado and whether he's trustworthy, and Naruto admits he doesn't trust him 100%, but the cool scientist did help them against Ishiki and save the village in the process, so he considers that proof enough. Combine this with the fact that he's being targeted and that his intel so far has been credible, and Amado pretty much gets a pass for now from the Kage. Gaara, though, is more concerned about Momoshiki taking over Boruto. Naruto is honest, saying they're searching for a solution and it doesn't look good, but at least for now, Boruto is doing fine. Gaara straight up asks if Momoshiki or Boruto himself were to become an Ishiki level threat, would Naruto be able to take down his own son? And without flinching, Naruto says that he'll do what he needs to do as Hokage. This is a big moment for Naruto. Of course, he loves his kid, and this is extremely hard for him to say, but it also shows how much he's grown. As a kid, he didn't even want to consider an alternative to saving Sasuke, and here he's implying that if need be, he'll put down Boruto. That would truly be a heartbreaking and tragic situation if it ever came to that, but also without Kurama, it definitely won't be easy to beat a full power Momoshiki. We'll see what happens, but the stakes are definitely high right now, and this is quite the terrible situation for Naruto to be in. We jump to Amado and Naruto talking about the situation. Naruto pretty much says he doesn't want to believe that Boruto could become a completely different alien person, and he'd rather not think about it until the moment it happens. And Amado can seemingly relate to how he feels. Our cool scientist says that he used to have a daughter, and so he knows how Naruto feels. It's been 12 years since she died, according to him, but I wonder if Ada is a creation in some way related to his daughter. This detail would seem pretty random otherwise. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Finally, Amado gives Naruto some pills, saying that it's not that Naruto doesn't want to believe that Boruto will become a villain, he just doesn't want to give up on his son. The aim of the pills is to weaken the Byakugan. Amado originally made it to take down Jigen, since the Byakugan comes from the Otsutsuki. Weakening it might curtail the Otsutsukification of Boruto's cells. But, and this is a big but, Amado says he wouldn't normally recommend it because it could cause anything from decreased vision to even death. And despite the horrible risks, the best they're hoping to do is curtail the Momoshiki takeover temporarily. They don't solve the problem at its core. Amado leaves it to Naruto and Boruto to decide what to do, and he tells Naruto to make sure that Hinata or his daughter don't take it, implying it would definitely be bad for them. Naruto takes the pills, but honestly, it doesn't seem like a good idea from my perspective. Even if it doesn't kill Boruto, it could weaken him, and they need him strong for this upcoming fight. But I guess Naruto also has to consider that, like last time, Momoshiki can take over and cause havoc to the village, and as Hokage, he might have to try anything he can to prevent that. We jump back to Code and Ada. Code threatens to kill the former Sleeping Beauty, and she tells him to try, but he can't bring himself to do it. Turns out, this is another one of her OP powers. She can steal hearts. Hilariously enough, she's worried about having bad breath after sleeping for so long, a concern you don't come across a lot in anime, so she goes to brush her teeth. In the meantime, Bug explains that she stole Code's heart, and that's why he couldn't kill her. Pretty much, it's as if he loves her now. Bug even says Code's done for. Although he wanted to be the one in charge, if Ada wishes it, he'll pretty much have to take a backseat to her. I like when Code remarks that clairvoyance is cheating enough, but having this ability on top of that is just amazing. I look forward to seeing how impressive her combat skills might be as well. I gotta say, I do already prefer her to Sakura. After brushing her teeth, Ada comes in saying that her clairvoyance ability is not that great. It's like having access to security cameras in every nook all over the world. You know, Jiraiya would have loved that power for research reasons. Ada actually says she's bored of that power, although she does occasionally see some interesting stuff, like how Ishiki died. She straight up says that it was pathetic the way Ishiki died to his most loyal follower. She feels bad that he tasked Code with so many things. We find out that she can pretty much see anything that happened anywhere, past included, all the way up to the point when she was born, and she can't see beyond that. It's an extremely useful ability, but not broken enough to let you see the future or anything like that. Still, she'd be invaluable for giving information about Konoha and its ninja. Imagine standing a chance against someone who can spy on all of your planning and knows where you are all the time and what you're doing. All in all, it's a very interesting power and a game changer. It'll be much easier to get to Amado with this ability so that he can release Code's limiters. According to Code, he already feels like he can kill Sasuke and Naruto, but he wants to spare himself any unnecessary hardship. And this sounds super cocky, but we gotta remember that Naruto and Sasuke have been heavily nerfed, and I do think he'll manage to get his limiters removed, so that will definitely be a pretty difficult fight for our guys. Our cool scientist Amado has set things up well, to the point where a transformation jutsu of him won't do, since he set it up to need iris recognition, a voice print command code, and he's also remodeled his eyes with science so that no transformation jutsu could replicate them. pretty interesting stuff, and props to our boy Amado, but what does confuse me is that Ada says she doesn't know what the code word is, even though I would assume she could look back in time and figure it out. Let me know if I'm missing something in the comments, and that may very well be explained later. But anyways, we carry on now knowing that Amado pretty much made it so that they need his cooperation in order to unlock the limiters. Amado's done a great job of ensuring his safety throughout this whole story, I gotta say. Interestingly enough, Ada doesn't like Amado as much as I do. Ada says she hates Amado and plans to kill him the next time she sees him. Her reason is not that he just remodeled her body, but that he made it so that everyone becomes captivated by her, both men and women, and although that sounds nice at first glance, I actually understand why it bothers her. She's crushed by the fact that she'll never know if people truly would have liked her if not for her ability. And not to mention, it gets boring, as she mentions. It reminds me of that great Twilight Zone episode called A Nice Place to Visit. A robber ends up in a place that seems like heaven. Every woman there wants to be with him, and he wins every time he gambles. But after only a month, he becomes so bored of having his whims instantly satisfied. He tells Pip, who he presumes is his angel, that he doesn't like heaven and he wants to go to the other place. Pip responds, and I quote, "Heaven, whatever gave you the idea you were in heaven. This is the other place." End quote. It's one of my favorite episodes of the Twilight Zone, and it can really help us understand why Ada, who seems like a spoiled brat at first glance, feels the way she does after Amado robbed her of ordinary love, as she said. We do get a pretty hilarious moment where Code asks how come Bug isn't affected by her ability after seeing his behavior, but Ada explains that people show love differently. Bug doesn't show it externally, and he's also a chicken. Man, you gotta feel bad for Bug at this point, but nevertheless, I like that it emphasizes how not everyone will act on their feelings the same way. Finally, we get the answer to what some of us were probably thinking. How could Jigen order her disposal if he loved her too? And the answer is that he didn't. Her ability has no effect against blood relatives or the Otsutsuki. So the pattern of the Otsutsuki being OP and immune to just about everything is going to continue. Again, that blood relative comment seems pretty noteworthy, further suggesting her connection to Amado's dead daughter. It's pointed out to us that because Boruto and Kawaki have karmas and went through quite a bit of Otsutsukification, they both won't be affected by her abilities. She has especially taken a liking to Kawaki, who fooled Ishiki. Her heart fluttered as she watched him, an extremely rare occurrence for her. There's a saying that people want what they can't have, and I bet this girl will be all the more into Kawaki if he rejects her. And how she'll react to that will be very interesting to see. It's pretty hilarious how she doesn't care about Boruto, even though he's one of like only 2 options for her. Even though she doesn't even know how Kawaki will respond, she's already decided what she wants, which makes sense because she's used to getting whatever she wants. For Boruto, she's totally cool with using him as Ten Tails fodder to cultivate a divine tree. Pretty randomly and hilariously, Ada lets us know that she's monogamous, so she won't miss Boruto. I love how she's already so sure that the romance with Kawaki will work out. You gotta respect that confidence. Ada lets us know that she's spying on the Kage meeting right now, and thanks to her, no matter what plan they come up with, Code will never be caught. Like I said, she's ultra useful. The two share drinks and toast to their goals for revenge and a boyfriend respectively. And that is it for this chapter. I gotta admit, I'm intrigued to see how this goes. On a side note, I'm still also looking for Kashin Koji to come out of the woodworks. It seemed like with the Sasuke and Naruto nerfs, Boruto and Kawaki were being set up as the key to beating Code, and that's even more so the case now with Ada's abilities. It should be interesting to see Naruto and Sasuke falling for her. I think that has potential to be pretty hilarious. I look forward to seeing how that goes. But that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know in the comments how you enjoyed this chapter and what you're excited to see next. If you do enjoy these Naruto and Boruto videos and want to keep them going, please smash that like button and comment. It's an absolutely free way to support the channel. If you're new or if you watch some of our videos but haven't subscribed yet, make this the video you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. Turning on all notifications is the only way to make sure that YouTube will actually show you our video. Otherwise, you could easily miss a whole bunch of them. While you're waiting for the next video to drop, feel free to check out our growing Naruto/Boruto playlist, which includes highly requested videos about the Otsutsuki Natsuki, Uzumaki, Hokage, and much more. Link to that is in the description, and you can leave any other suggestions for future videos in the comments as well. And thanks once again to World of Tanks for sponsoring this video. Don't miss this awesome Girls und Panzer collaboration. Download World of Tanks now, link in the description. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys!